In this video, we're going to be going through every character that has been released in the Transformers Studio Series toy line. I will also be adding 86 core class and exclusives. No Japanese exclusives. By the way, this is all prior to the Fallen, Hot Rod, and Crosshairs. But before we get into the video, be sure to hit that big red button so we can pass 1,000 before 2023. Thinking of doing a Minecraft server reveal. Maybe even a live stream about it. Anyways, let's just get on with the video. Appropriately, number one of the Studio Series toy line was Bumblebee. It was the 1970s Camaro version, and I think this figure looked pretty cool. Had a lot of paint jobs too, unlike all the other figures from that wave. Came with an extra gun, so you could replace the left arm with that gun. However, there were some problems with the left arm popping on and off way too easily. Anyways, let's just get on with number two. Number two in the toy line was Stinger. Even though some people thought this figure wasn't all that great, I still think it's a good mold. Number three was Crowbar, which was a minor remold and repaint of the Last Night crankcase. Number four was Ratchet, which was a complete remold and repaint of the old Dark of the Moon Deluxe Class Ratchet. Number five was Optimus Prime, which was a whole new mold of Optimus. He came with the swords, and not gonna lie, it was a pretty cool figure before the new mold came out somewhere in 2019. Number 6 was Starscream, in which he was an upscaled remold and repaint of the old Dark of the Moon Deluxe Class Starscream. Number 7 was a massive Leader Class Grimlock. Number 8 was a Leader Class Blackout, and it was a complete remold, and this thing was phenomenal. Number 9 was Toys R Us's final exclusive Transformers figure, Thundercracker. Number 10 was Jazz. As tiny as this figure was, it was still cool. Number 11 was Lockdown. Much better than the 2014 mold. Number 12 was Brawl. Number 13 is Megatron, and this is a whole new mold, and this thing was screen accurate. Number 14 is the infamous Ironhide that'll run you about $200. Number 15 was the first Bumblebee movie Bumblebee figure. It was the '01 Bumblebee, but it lacked paint, and it came with some extra carpets so you can modify his alternate mode, and it came with a figurine of Charlie. Number 16 was another Ratchet, except repainted for Dark of the Moon, and instead of the little buzzsaw he had on his arm, he came with a gun. Number 17 was a Shadow Raider, which was a repaint of Lockdown, except this time it came with the green visor and a gun. Number 18 was a Bumblebee movie Bumblebee. Even though some people didn't really like this mold, I think it's an okay mold. Number 19 was the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive '01 Bumblebee, but it was repainted golden and it came with some cassettes. Same thing with number 20, except it was with the 18 Bumblebee. Number 21 was another Starscream, except it was repainted for the Cybertronian tattoos and a buzzsaw instead of his rocket launcher. Number 22 was Dropkick, but it was a horrible design. Number 23 was the KSI Sentry or Trax, but it was a repaint of Stinger and a remold of the head, and it came with a different accessory. Numbers 24 and 25 were Target exclusive repacks from previous figures, one from the Last Night. Number 26 was a World War II Bumblebee. Number 27 was a dirty '01 Bumblebee. Number 28 was Barricade. Number 29 was Sideswipe. And number 30 was Crankcase, which was a repaint of Crowbar. Number 31 was another Revenge of the Fallen Megatron, but beaten up. Number 32 was a remold of the '05 Optimus, and it was way much better. And this time it came with a gun. Number 33 was a Bone Crusher. Number 34 was the Dark of the Moon Megatron, except this dude was a Leader Class. Number 35 was Jetfire, and he was a pretty good Leader Class figure. Came with an extra chest piece for 44 Optimus. We'll get to 44 Optimus a little later. Number 36 was Drift, which was a straight-up repaint of the old 2014 mold, but it came with the dinosaurs and an extra sword. Number 37 was Rampage. Number 38 was the Bumblebee movie Optimus, and this figure was awesome. Number 39 was Cogman, but just a straight-up repaint for the Last Night one. Number 40 was Shatter, but wasn't movie accurate. Number 41 is Scrap Metal, which has literally no business to be $100+ US. Number 42 was a Chunky Long Haul. Number 43 was the KSI Boss, which was a repaint of the Last Night Nitro Zeus. Number 44 was a Jetwing Optimus Prime, which came with a whole lot of accessories and a new chest piece. Number 45 was Drift, which was a better mold. Number 46 was Dropkick, but this one was way much better than the other one. Number 47 was Hightower, and not gonna lie, it looks pretty cool. Number 48 was another Leader Class Megatron, but a Universal exclusive from the 34 Megatron. Number 49 was a concept Camaro Bumblebee, and not gonna lie, this mold was really cool. Number 50 was a World War II Hot Rod, which was a repaint and remold of the World War II Bumblebee. Number 51 was a Dark of the Moon Studio Series Soundwave, and fun fact, this was my very first Studio Series figure. Number 52 was a Deluxe Class 3-pack of RC, Chromia, and Alita. Number 53 was Mixmaster. Number 54 was Movie 1 Megatron. Should have came with the fusion cannon. Number 55 was Scavenger. Number 56 was Shockwave, and this thing was so accurate. 57 was Off-Road Bumblebee. Number 58 was our very first Wrecker, Roadbuster. Number 59 was a beautifully improved Shatter. Number 60 is Scrapper. Number 61 is Sentinel Prime, recklessly expensive. Number 62 was Soundwave, and it wasn't all that great. Number 63 was our second Wrecker, Topspin. 64 was Cliff Jumper, rest in peace, my brother. 65 was Blitzwing, and this figure was awesome. Number 66 was Overload. 67 was Skipjack, which was a repaint of Rampage. 68 was Leadfoot, the final member of the Wreckers. 69 was Devastator, which came with repaints of all 8 Constructicons, Rampage not included. 70 was B127, which was a repaint of Cliff Jumper, except for the head. 71 was Dino, not gonna lie, this figure was cool. 72 was Starscream, and he was the Cybertronian Seeker, and not gonna lie, he looked really cool. 73 was Grinder, and holy cow, this was another phenomenal dub to the Studio Series. Instead of Scorponok, it came with Ravage. 74 was a repaint of 49 Bumblebee. Even though the repaint wasn't all that great, at least it came with the Sam figurine. 75 was Jolt. Even though the kibble was so cringe, I still dig it. 76 was Thrust. It was a repaint of Starscream, except for the head section. The head section was remolded to make it look more Conehead accurate. 77 was Nest Bumblebee, which was a repaint of Off-Road Bumblebee, and it came with another Sam figurine. However, this one took like half a year to release after the wave it was supposed to be in. 78 is Revenge of the Fallen Sideswipe. Better painting than Dark of the Moon Sideswipe. 79 is an exclusive, we'll get to that later. 80 was Brawn, and this figure was really cool. 81 was Wheeljack, finally a Wheeljack. 82 was a Cybertronian Ratchet. 83, we finally get a Voyager class Soundwave. 84 was Ironhide, which was a repaint of Ratchet, except for the head. 85 was RC. Unfortunately, there was no live action movie figure labeled 86. I wonder why. 87 was Dark of the Moon Bumblebee, still missing paint on the feet. 88 was Sideways. Wait, they added the concept gun? Awesome. 89 is yet again another Thundercracker. And for number 90, we finally get a good-looking Galvatron. And yeah, that's pretty much it for live action. Let's just get down to 86. Starting off, 86 number 1 was Jazz. 8602 was Cup, the Boomer. 8603 was Blur. 8604 was Hot Rod, and this dude came with a whole bunch of accessories, including the Matrix. 8605 was Scourge, and apparently he was hard to find when he came out. 8606 was Grimlock, and this figure is mad expensive. 8607 was Slug. 8608 was Nah. 8609 was Wreck-Gar. 8610 was Sweep, which was a repaint of Scourge. 8611 was Perceptor. 8612 was Leader Class Starscream, which was a Voyager Class War for Cybertron Starscream that came with a whole bunch of accessories. 8613 was an exclusive, and which we'll get to later. 8614 is Junkheap. 8615 is yet again another Dinobot. Sludge. And finally, number 16 was RC. Well, that's pretty much it for 86. Now let's get down to all the exclusives. So, Wave 1 of Studio Series Buzzworthy came out somewhere around January of 2021. And it came with a whole bunch of good figures, repacks of expensive figures consisting of World War II Bumblebee, the first version of Shatter, 15 Bumblebee, which is pretty expensive now, and a sneak preview before that Bumblebee actually came out. Wave 2 consisted of 2 packs with Clunker Bumblebee and Barricade, and then the other one was a repaint of the 2014 Bumblebee mold with Stinger, and the other one was Bumblebee movie Bumblebee that came with Dropkick. All these figures were pretty expensive, and I'm glad Hasbro went out repacking them, so collectors who missed out on the first one had their opportunity of obtaining the second chance releases. Wave 3 was repaints of figures from previous releases, except for Cliff Jumper. Cliff Jumper was from War for Cybertron. And the final Target exclusive for Studio Series was this Bumblebee movie helmet. Next on the list is Premium Finish, and the Premium Finishes are pretty much online exclusives. Starting off, PF01 was Bumblebee. PF02 was Bumblebee movie Optimus Prime. PF03 was Movie 1 Megatron. PF04 was Ratchet. Lastly, PF05 was Movie 1 Optimus. This time, it also comes with 2 guns. Still comes with its swords, though. Not really sure why Premium Finish hasn't done any repaints of other figures yet. By the way, these were all repaints from previous releases. Lastly, for the exclusive, Amazon finally gets to do an exclusive studio series, and this is the best way to start. They did a repack of all 5 Autobots from the first movie, including Ironhide, okay? And these repaints are way much better. All the scalpers are gonna bang their heads when they see the pretty repaint of Ironhide. Anyways, let's just get on with Core Class. Starting off, Core Class Shockwave. Next was Core Class Ravage, and this thing came with a whole bunch of accessories and transformed into a little cassette box that could go in 83 Soundwave's chest. Next was Exosuit Spike Witwicky. Next was the Bumblebee-looking version of Laserbeak. Can't believe Hasbro actually did this one. Next was a Core Class 86 Ratchet. And lastly, Core Class 86 Wheelie. And yeah, I think that's pretty much the gist of Transformers Studio Series prior to the leak of Voyager Class 86 Ironhide. Anyways, I'm gonna have to wrap it up for this video. Be sure to slam that like button, hit the big red button, share this with your friends, all the good stuff. See ya!